Everyone, so today I will present about the background of the Jeti. The Jeti is located at Aspira Square, Galampata, Johor. This business was established on 17 April 2024 and has been operating for around 2 years. This business is owned by Encik Muhammad Khairuddin bin Sharif as a sole proprietorship. As a sole proprietorship, this business is fully managed by a single owner. The Jeti aims to provide a good quality food, excellent customer service, and also a comfortable dining experience for their customer. Moving on, this slide shows that a signature food at the Jeti. As you guys can see here, we got nasi goreng buttermilk, lamb chop, and also burger.
The next is the Jeti business characteristics. So this is the list of business characteristics that the Jeti have. The first one is the Jeti is a sole proprietorship, which is owned by one owner and that registered under the ZEM resources. The second one is the Jeti is managed and controlled by the owner himself with the help from his family and workers. The third one is the owner said that he started the business with capital approximately around 100,000 ringgit, which is come from his own personal investment. So the next is, as a sole proprietorship, the Jeti and the owner are not separate legal entity. And the next is, the Jeti also have the unlimited liability. And lastly, the Jeti is not required to keep proper books of account depending on the owner.
For the next slide, I will explain about classification of business for the Jeti. The first classification of business item is asset, which divide into two, which is non-current asset and current asset. The example of non-current asset is kitchen equipment such as stoves, refrigerators, freezers and ovens, restaurant electrical appliance and equipment, levers for system and cashier machine, restaurant tables, chairs and furniture, food and beverage preparation equipment, air conditioning unit, children's play area equipment, restaurant decoration and interior setup, and lastly is event and party setup equipment. Therefore, for current asset is cash at restaurant, money in the company bank account, balance in touch and go e-wallet, raw materials and dry stock inventory, food and beverage supply for daily operation, and lastly is account receivable from customers. The second classification of business item is liability, which is monthly shop rental of 3,300 ringgit Malaysia, electric bills, water bills, internet bills, salary for permanent and part-time employees, and lastly payment owed to supplier for stock purchase if payment is delayed. The third classification of business item is capital, which is entire capital investment of 60,000 ringgit Malaysia. Next one is additional capital of 40,000 ringgit Malaysia. The third one is profit retained and reused in the business, which is rolling capital. The fourth one is owner's drawing, or we can conclude as personal withdrawal. The fourth classification of business item is revenue, which is food sales, beverage sales, birthday event bookings, buffet and event reservation, additional income from special event or activities. The last classification of business item is expenses, which is purchase of raw materials, purchase of dry ingredient and supplies, employee salary and wages, shop rental expenses, utility bills, electric, water and internet, equipment maintenance costs, advertising and promotional expenses, packaging costs for takeaway and delivery orders, and last but not least is restaurant cleaning and hygiene expenses.
Alright, for the next topic, I would like to present about the business recording process used by the Jeti restaurant and how every transaction is recorded and monitored in the business. This explanation is based on the interview information and also the cash book recorded provided by the company. So basically, the Jeti restaurant use a systematic method to record all financial transactions every day. The business records both online and cash transaction, so both transaction is used by the company. For online payments, the restaurant mainly use TNG e-wallet, while cash payment are also accepted by customer. All these transactions are recorded into the system to make sure even every sale and payment is properly monitored. This helps the business to avoid missing transactions and makes the financial record more organized and accurate. Apart from that, the restaurant also does not fully use manual recording. Instead, they use an accounting application called Cashbook app to record all money coming in and money going out from the business account, or we call it cash in or cash flow. The Cashbook app helps the owner monitor sales, expenses, utilities, salary payment, and other business costs in a more efficient way. By using this application, the owner can easily check daily transaction and prepare financial information whenever needed in proper way. Based on the document provided, the business uses receipts and invoices as supporting documents for every transaction. These documents are important because they act as a proof of sales and expenses. For example, when customers make purchases, receipts are issued. At the same time, invoices are kept for purchase and supplier payments. These documents help the owner verify the accuracy of the record inside the cashbook system. The person that is responsible for managing the financial records is the owner himself. The owner personally checks and updates the records daily. This shows that the business owner takes financial management seriously and ensures that all transactions are recorded correctly. The records are updated every day after the restaurant closes. This daily updating process helps reduce errors and allows the owner to monitor the restaurant's financial performance regularly. Other than that, the business also prepares financial statements based on the cash book records. All income expenses are summarized from the system. This makes it easier for the business to identify profit, expenses, and cash flow movement for the month. The business records sales, purchases, and expenditures daily and monthly in the system for better monitoring and control. According to the cash book report for April 2026, The business recorded many daily sales and expenses transactions. Here, the report shows that the total cash inflow for the month was 2C549.89 ringgit Malaysia, while total cash outflow was 27449.23 ringgit Malaysia. This means that the restaurant spent slightly more than the amount earned during the period. The report also recorded different categories of expenses such as utilities, staff salary, Shopee expenses, and event-related expenses. Here, for example, on 30 April 2026, the business recorded utility expenses amounting to 4419.05 ringgit Malaysia and staff salary expenses amount to 8391 ringgit Malaysia. This shows that the employee salary and utilities are among the major expenses for the restaurant business. Besides that, the report also shows daily sales transactions such as 1681.50 ringgit Malaysia on 2 April and 1992.50 ringgit Malaysia on 24 April. This records helps the owner analyze which days have higher sales performance. Last but not least, bank transactions are also recorded separately. Transactions from TNG e-wallet are transferred into the company bank account. This helps the business separate personal and business transactions more clearly. It also improves transparency and makes the financial management more professional. In this case, we are using the concepts of neutrality. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Jeti again, and I will be continuing with the strengths of the recording process in the business. Okay, the first one is the recording process helps track all financial inflows and outflows in the business system. This is mean that the company can monitor money coming in and going out, making it easier to observe changes in business performance. The second one is it can allow complete records and accounts to be viewed automatically. This means that the company can save time and reduce human error because information is reduced and organized properly. Other than that, the recording process is easy and systematic to manage. A well-organized recording system can help business store and access financial information more efficiently. Last but not least, it can also assist in making business decisions. This is because the records can be compared daily, monthly, and yearly. By analyzing these records, companies can identify trends and make better decisions for their future planning. In conclusion, the recording process is important because it improves financial tracking, provides complete reports, is easy to manage, and supports better business decision making. Next, I will continue with the weaknesses of the recording process. Although the recording process has many benefits of them, but there are also the weaknesses that the business need to be aware of. Okay, the first weaknesses is there may be difficulty in identifying surplus or deficit between records. Sometimes when records are incomplete, it becomes difficult to determine whether the business is making a profit or making a loss. This can affect financial planning and make it harder for management to evaluate business performance accurately. The second one is problems can arise in cash or bank account amounts. This means that errors in transactions, such as entering the wrong amount or missing the transaction, may create differences between the recorded balance and the actual cash or bank balance. As a result, businesses may face confusion and difficulties in managing their finances effectively. Okay, the last weaknesses is that there is a risk of error or data loss. Maybe there is a human mistakes, technical problems, or system failures that can cause important information to be lost or recorded incorrectly. If financial data is inaccurate, it may lead to poor decision making, and it can also affect the overall of the business performance. So, in the conclusion, while the recording process can help the business to manage information, it can also have weaknesses such as difficulties in comparing records, problems with cash and bank balance, and the risk of errors or data loss. Therefore, businesses should maintain accurate and organized record to reduce these problems. That's all from me. Thank you.
Here I am with you. I hope that someday you will realize.
I just had to let you know you're